And we're live. Welcome everybody to the live business presentation. I'm John Lavenia, and this is Team WUKAR Live on the 2nd of October, 2014. I especially want to welcome all of our guests, people who are joining us to find out what we're up to for the first time. I'll tell you right in advance, we're gonna move really fast tonight. I've got a great guest speaker expert here with me on the line tonight, somebody who earns 6 figures a month in online marketing, and really excited to be showing you what's probably going to cause you to lose some sleep, as it has for me and for this other gentleman for the last few weeks since we discovered what we're about to show you here. So let me first introduce this guy. If you don't know Tony Rush, he's a legend in the industry. He's a guy who I've known for over a decade. We've made millions together in various businesses. We've come together on different projects, but nothing as big or as fast as what we've plugged into here in the less than 2 months. So it's a pretty interesting story around it. Maybe I'll have a little time to tell you about it in a little bit. But let me bring out Tony Rush just to say hi and get this thing kicked off.
Hey, John.
Here I is. There you are.
You okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Right on. Hey, good to see you on the camera.
Yeah, here we are. We're on opposite sides of the country. Tony's down in Alabama. I'm here in Park City, Utah. So what are we going to do here tonight, Tony?
Right on. Well, first off, let me say welcome to everybody. Appreciate you joining us tonight. This is live. If you haven't yet said hello down in the chat, you can do that. We're delighted that you're here. What we're going to do tonight is have a conversation. I'd love for you to imagine that you've basically just pulled up a chair on the back porch here at my house or at John's house, and we're just going to have a candid conversation about what it takes to create wealth working from home online. And John and I are both fairly direct. We tend to just kind of lay things out. So tonight we're going to give you all the details on who we are, what we do, and how we do it. But we're also going to show you something that you have absolutely never seen in the world of making money from home. You know, I got started in this industry years ago. I was like my story is not unlike a lot of people. You know, had a job I didn't want to be in, had a boss I didn't like, wasn't really fulfilled as a person, and I decided I've got to figure out a way that I can make money without going to a job. And anyway, like a lot of people, I struggled for years trying to figure out which end was up in the industry. Had the good fortune to run across some successful people. John Lavenia, in fact, who you just met, was actually the first person I ever met who was making over $100,000 per month working from home. And modeled some of what John was doing, got a few things figured out, and suddenly found myself went from zero to making about $60,000 a month in less than 6 or 7 months. And then from there, very quickly got to where I was making over $100,000 a month. And I'll be candid with you guys. I say no to everything. I am a focused person. When I get involved in a business, I am completely 100% focused on that. And I have, in the last 2.5 years, I've made a little over $2 million working part-time from home on the internet. I live here in Alabama, my wife and 3 kids. We have a nonprofit organization. We have a lot of things going on in our life. And so for 2 or 3 hours a day, I work online, and it's produced a multi-million-dollar income for us. And during that time, I've had everything in the world pushed in front of me and said, hey, Tony, you got to check this out. You got to look at this opportunity. And I say no to everything until 6 weeks ago. At the time of this event, 6 weeks ago, my friend John called me up and said, Tony, you got to take a look at this. And I said, come on, John, you know that I'm a focused guy. I do not really get into looking to see what else is out there. And he told me, he said, Tony, this is an 8-figure opportunity, not a 7-figure opportunity. And because it was my friend John, I was willing to look. I took a look, and I'll be honest, I tried my best to poke holes in it. And John is probably smiling along a little bit, because you remember one of those first conversations. I did my best to poke holes in it. Let me tell you something. This thing will survive a healthy skepticism. And I liked what I saw. The longer I looked, the better it looked. And as a result of getting started about 6 weeks ago, this thing has, in 6 weeks, has put over $2 million into the pockets of people just like you and I. people who've never made a dime doing anything else in any home business, people who have struggled to make a $25 sale or struggled to make a $100 sale doing anything, are suddenly having $300 days and $500 days and $1,000 days. Quite candidly, I've never seen anything like it. So we're going to jump into it, and I hope you have a pencil and paper handy. We're going to talk about the company, the product, the opportunity, and we probably won't be here more than about 30 minutes or so, but I do want to say this before we jump into it. Hang tight, because at the end of this presentation, we are going to show you something that you have never seen, and that is your opportunity to have top marketers in this industry marketing on your behalf. Meaning, I'm talking 8-figure earners in this industry who are driving traffic and sales to your business. Okay, so a whole new level of meaning to the idea of being in business for yourself but not by yourself. We're going to show you how you can actually capitalize on working with people like John and myself and Matt and Christian and Tarlise and several of the other people that you'll get to meet in the business. So what are we talking about? We're talking about a company called Doobly. Doobly Network has been in business for almost 11 years. The company's based in Europe. The founder of the company is a gentleman named Michael Hansen, who has been a top earner himself in network marketing, but is probably most notable for being a real estate developer. He's sort of to Europe and Asia, kind of what we think of Donald Trump here in the United States, a billionaire real estate developer who's been instrumental in developing areas around the world, like Dubai, some of the properties that you hear about in some of the more exotic parts of the world. And Michael had the vision of bringing an opportunity to the network marketing and the internet marketing industry that was totally unlike anything else, in that rather than try to figure out what people wanted to buy, like rather than come out and say, well, hey, here's this product, let's go sell this product to the marketplace, or here's this bottle of miracle juice or vitamins, or you know, here's something, let's go see if we can sell it to the marketplace. Michael's vision was based on, no, let's find out where the money's going and get in front of it. It's all about global trends. And this will be of help to you whether you and I get together on business or not. But do this. Understand that the easiest way to make money in today's economy is to find out where the money's already going and get in front of it. That is a far, far easier way to create wealth than to say, well, I'm going to go create a widget and hope I can sell it. Well, one of the biggest trends today, and I could throw tons of statistics at you, but you and I both know it's happening, is online shopping. Stop for just a moment and think about how much money is spent online every single day, not just in America or Canada or Europe, but around the world. People buying insurance, shoes, purses, high-speed internet, or big screen televisions, whatever, you name it. Anything and everything that gets purchased online is a $1 trillion industry. And Michael Hansen had the vision of creating a network marketing opportunity that allows you to get your piece of a very, very large pie. Now, I'll share this with you, and John's going to give his perspective of how this was first introduced to him. But when John explained to me the concept that Michael had created here with Doobly Network and the opportunity for people to actually earn money through their online shopping, in other words, it's not about going and getting somebody to buy a certain product. It's allowing people to buy what they're already buying from the stores that they're already buying from, and your ability to start earning a little bit of that. And we're going to actually demonstrate the product for you. But Doobly Network is, well, there's two things. We got Doobly Network, which is the network marketing opportunity. But first, let's talk about the actual product, which is Doobly.com. Doobly.com is a cashback membership program. It comes in 3 different levels. There's a free level, a premium level, and a VIP level, but all of them work the same way. And basically what it allows a customer to do is to shop online where they're already shopping, and they're going to get cash back for the things that they're already buying. So from a customer standpoint, the product that we're offering is money. And I'll give you a quick personal story. When John told me about this, I went and signed up for the Doobly membership myself, and I downloaded the little toolbar. And then I mentioned earlier that my wife and I actually are on the board of directors for a nonprofit organization. It's a children's theater here in our city. And one day my wife called and she said, hey, listen, we need to get a big screen television for one of the classrooms because the kids are having trouble seeing the television that's in there. And so I went to bestbuy.com, and as soon as I got over there, my little Doobly membership notified me that I was about to earn, I think it was 7.7% cash back. And I bought the television I was going to buy anyway, and I got $62 cash back for a purchase. Now get this. I bought the TV I was going to buy anyway, from the store I was going to buy it from anyway, at the price I was going to pay anyway. But because I was a Doobly member, I got $62 cash back the next day. Now, I'm going to say this at the risk of being arrogant, sounding arrogant. I promise you I'm not trying to be arrogant, but I am making a larger point. $62 is not going to change my life. But when I saw that $62 in my account, my brain nearly exploded because I thought, my God, look how simple it was for me to get $62 cash back on something I was already buying from the place I was going to buy from anyway. And imagine being in a business where you could get just a little piece of that. And all of a sudden, I realized what John meant when he said, Tony, this is an 8-figure opportunity. This is not about making $100,000 a month. There's more money on the table here than you can possibly imagine, because it's not about trying to convince people to buy a certain brand or a certain product. It's simply making money based on what people are going to be purchasing anyway. So let's get into the customer side just a little bit. John's going to show you an actual demonstration of both the membership and our proprietary little software that people can use to save money and get cash back. And then we're going to talk about how you can actually build an organization on the network marketing side to create the kinds of incomes that will literally put you on the beach. So let me tell you a little about John Lavinia before I turn the call over to him. John, as I mentioned, is the first guy that I ever met who was making over $100,000 per month in this industry. He's a published author. His first book was called Integrity is Everything. You can find it on Amazon. But this is a guy who literally has trained tens of thousands of people around the world, both by webinar, conference call, as well as live events in places like Rome, Barcelona, Puerto Rico, Whistler, British Columbia, Sydney, Australia, New Zealand. He's world-renowned, and it's quite an honor to have him explaining this for us tonight. So with no further ado, John, come on out here and let's talk a little bit about Doobly.com.
All right, let's do it. Can you see Doobly.com before your eyes?
I see it.
Very good, very good. Oh, and Tony mentioned all these places I've spoken. You've forgotten some of the more exotic locales, Newark, New Jersey, etc. Just thought I'd throw that in there because I'm originally from New Jersey, everybody, in case you can't hear that Jersey accent in there. But anyway, here's Doobly.com. What is this? This is the customer experience. This is the product itself. You'll notice here's a pull-down menu. We've got a bunch of different countries. These are countries where dedicated shopping malls already exist. U.S., Canada, Denmark, Spain, Italy, Australia, India, etc. And then there's the international portal for people outside of those countries. Okay, and they're adding more countries and more to it all the time. In fact, we just got a notification today that they just added a bunch more vendors or merchants. Okay, so we've got travel, we've got a shopping mall, we've got finance and insurance, we got telecommunications. What's this all about? Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Customer come here. They're going to get paid to travel. They're going to get paid to shop. They're going to get coupons and deals, and they can sign up for free. And it takes about seconds. It is extreme. They brought over from Microsoft. He's the guy that programmed Bing. Okay, so there's a lot of programming horsepower behind this. As Tony mentioned, it's as simple as signing up, shopping, and getting cash back. That's what the experience is all about. There's even a toolbar to do the customer's thinking for them, which is brilliant. Now, what kind of stuff can we get cash back on? Well, we've got travel. And as Tony mentioned, it's the stores that people are already going to do their shopping experience. Travelocity, Priceline, Hotel Club, Hotwire. Take a look at Priceline. VIP members get 11% cash back. Premium, 9%. Free member, in other words, somebody who doesn't take 1 cent out of their pocket to participate in the membership is going to get 5% cash back. Priceline's already given them a good deal. Now they're going to get cash back on top of it. We go into the shopping mall. Just take a look at this. Stuff that people actually want to buy. Imagine that. Here's Kohl's. And now, again, I'm in America, so this is the U.S. experience. Here's Walmart. Here's Target, Aldo shoes, Sephora makeup. Right? People don't want to change brands, and you certainly don't want to get into trying to change their buying habits. These are just a few of the stores. How about stuff that I like to buy? Well, I've got a dog, so how about PetSmart? Let's see if they're in here. And sure enough, there they are, PetSmart. I can get 11.2% back when I get the the treats and the bones and stuff for my dog. How about this computer that I'm talking on right now, which is called an Apple MacBook Pro? Okay, so here's the Apple Store. 1% for a free member, 5%, 7% for a VIP. And I can go right to the store right here. But let's say that I wasn't thinking about the membership. I was just on this website here called Google. And Tony, let's go shopping for something today. How about fishing poles? There we go, fishing poles. So I'm just looking around on Google for fishing poles. And oh, what's this? Up to 9.2% cash back right in Google. You see this? I can go to this store here, Sierra Trading Post. I don't know the store personally, but Bass Pro, right? Any fishermen on here? Walmart, I've certainly heard of that. Here's Walmart again. Tackle Direct, 8%. Now look, if you could see closely here, this doobly thing pops up right inside Google, and it says I can go right to the store and I get 2%, 6%, or 8% depending on my membership level, free, premium, or VIP. Would I like to upgrade? So here the company is doing your selling for you, saying, hey, go ahead and Mr. and Mrs. Customer, and upgrade before you go spend a lot of money on stuff that you're getting ready to spend some money here, right? Now if we go back to the main doobly.com website, we go to the home page here. I mentioned these different membership levels. There's value in being a paid member as opposed to, and there's Best Buy, by the way, where Tony was mentioning he was buying TVs and whatever. So how much cash back can you earn this year? Okay, so travel, let's say we only do a couple thousand a year in travel. Shopping, well, I know we probably spend a couple thousand a year in shopping. And utilities, and that could be finance, insurance. State Farm is in here, Allstate. What do we got? Telecom, electricity. Let's just leave it in general, and let's just say $2,000 a year in that. So if our entirety of our online shopping for the entire year is about $6,000, as a free member I can get $308. And this is based on the averages of all the different merchants and everything that's already here. It's already working. People are already getting cash back. As a premium member, $580. As a VIP member, $715. The average VIP member gets over $800 a year cash back. Okay, so these numbers are extremely conservative. This is like going up to anybody and saying, look, I can show you how to get money online. People want to learn how to make money online. Well, you can get money online, and it doesn't have to cost you 1 cent to get started, Mr. or Mrs. Customer. That's how beautiful this is. So a free member is obviously free. A premium member is a whopping $5.95 per month, and you even get your own Doobly prepaid MasterCard where you can transfer your cash back. Okay, and then the VIP, which is what almost everybody buys, you get the cash back plus 6% monthly. You also get the prepaid debit card, but you also get the customer referral program. That whole deal is only $99 a year, just like your Costco membership or whatever other buyers clubs and things that people like to participate in. What is the customer referral program? Well, just like if you were referring a friend to DirecTV or your favorite restaurant or something, and they give you a little finder's fee, $20, right, for each VIP member you refer. So this can go viral, and it is going viral. I met a guy from Denmark. Tony, you were there with me. This was last week when we were in Dubai, okay, having dinner with Michael Hansen and meeting all the various people behind the scenes of all this. There's a lot of real heavyweights, and we're talking billionaires now backing this up. Okay, so they're looking for the U.S. market. They're going to take it at any cost, and that's what this is all about. Okay, but I met a guy from Denmark who's a dairy farmer who went to the local pub and said, hey, I'll get you a free beer, just sign up for the cashback deal, right? Friends started telling friends through this VIP Refer a Friend program. The guy's making over $1 million a year, not signing people up into the business opportunity. Most of these people don't know that the business opportunity exists, or they would probably join it. They're just getting their $20 kickback, and he's got generation after generation after generation of customers referring other customers, and all that revenue compresses to him. Let me show you the money that's made on all this. Let's say you're a customer, and let's say right here, go to a white piece of paper, and let's say that you're getting cash back. Okay, and let's say it's $100. Okay, and you're the customer. Okay, well, the person who enrolled you in this cashback program is in for 25% of that revenue. Just like the $99 VIP membership fee, 25% commission. So remember this number, 25%. Now this is recurring each year. People go ahead and they renew their $99 subscription, and they're getting their cash back. Okay, in some cases this may be, you know, pennies, but all those pennies add up. In some cases it might be, you know, Tony Rush needs to buy a whole new sound system for his community theater nonprofit group that he runs. Okay, fine, right? So cash back, 25%. This is what this is about. This is a customer acquisition program, and it's a big, big departure from what I've been accustomed to in the home business world, where it's all about get more reps, get more distributors, get more affiliates, and then people come and go, and they quit and go to another thing, and they take their groups with them and all this. These are your customers for life. When I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness. In fact, Matt, who Tony mentioned very, very briefly earlier, Matt, who spearheaded our group, which is known as WUKAR, and we'll show you what that is here at the end. But Matt's a guy who's accustomed to making between $100,000 and $200,000 a week just doing online business, just doing search engine work and stuff like that. Okay, he's not even a fan of network marketing or anything like this, but he put aside $40 million worth of search engine optimization contracts that he had on the table to take this on full time when he got the magnitude of what this is. This isn't sell it once and then go find something else. Okay, this is sell it once and keep getting paid for years. So this is a pretty huge thing. Tony, that's what the product's about, and that's how we're making money on the customer side. Let me kick it back to you to talk about what's happening on the network side, just for the people.
Yeah. And let me, if I can, just to make sure I'm live here. Yeah. So just to segue from what John just drew out, guys, are you getting the picture here? Think about, right now, at the time of this event, you may be watching this on a replay, but this is October the 2nd when we're doing this live. Can you imagine what kind of an income you can earn if you were getting 25% of the cash back on customers this holiday season? Man, when I got that, I understood what John was talking about when he said this is an 8-figure business. Stop and think about that. And by the way, we've got a whole customer acquisition program that we're going to show you in just a few minutes when we talk about Team WUKAR and what that's about. But just as a test, just to prove how easy it is to get customers, I went on Facebook and ran a little $5 ad, literally a $5 ad on Facebook, and I got 75 customers in a little over a week. I think 8 or 9 of them have upgraded to the VIP. So I'm going to earn cash back. I'm going to earn 25% of 75. All 75 of those people are out there doing their online shopping, and every time they buy something from a Doobly Partner store, I'm getting 25% of whatever it is they receive in cash back. And that was just, I was playing with it. I was just playing with it to see, hey, I wonder how many customers I can get for $5. 75 customers, and 8 of them upgraded to the VIP, which 8 of them upgraded to VIP. That actually put a couple $100 in my pocket there. The customer side alone, if that's all we were talking about, this is the most lucrative opportunity you've ever seen. And the reason why is because it's not about you going out in the marketplace trying to convince somebody to buy what you've got. I'll share this with you, and this is a little bit of a digression, but I think it's important to talk about before we get into the network marketing side of things, and we're going to talk about where the big money comes from in building a team. But when John told me that this was a cashback program, you remember when I told you just a moment ago that I tried to poke holes in it? I told John, I was like, look, man, these cashback programs have been around. You know, a lot of them come and go, and they always struggle for the same 2 reasons, okay? Number one, and you just see if you agree with me. This is what I told John. The first reason that these cashback programs tend to struggle, if you've ever joined like a cashback program through your insurance company or maybe a credit card company, you don't get to, ladies, you're not getting to buy your makeup at Ulta or at Sephora or MAC you got to go buy it from some store you've never heard of if you want to get the rewards. And nobody's willing to do that. You know, like I'm talking on a MacBook Pro myself. We have Macs, we have Samsung and LG electronics. If I was in a rewards program and I wasn't able to go buy my electronics at Apple or Best Buy, but instead I had to go start buying my electronics over here at Bob's electronics store, right, or Radio Shack or something like that, I'm just not going to use the rewards program because I want to buy what I want to buy and where I want to buy it. So that's the first reason that cashback programs struggle. And Doobly has cracked the code on that. They've partnered with over 4,000 top-tier retailers around the world, so you don't have to convince people to switch stores. Chances are good that the store they want to shop at is already a Doobly partner, right? The other reason, though, I told John, I said, the other reason that these programs struggle is because everybody forgets they're in them. You know, it's like you think, oh yeah, if I buy my big screen TV from this store over here, I get cash back. But I've got to go through this special link, and I got to log in, and I got to go through this thing over here, and I forget. So, and that's what happened to me. I went to BestBuy.com to get that television like that. I totally forgot about Doobly, but Doobly didn't forget about me, and this is the master. This is the master part. When I got to BestBuy.com, as a matter of fact, hey John, let me turn this over to you real quick. Let's see, or let me see if I can do a screen share. Yeah, let me show you guys this, because here's what happens when you actually go to. I'm going to actually take you over to BestBuy.com. Look at this. If you go to BestBuy.com, say you forgot about Doobly and you forgot about going through Doobly, or say you didn't go through Google. Look what happens. This is on BestBuy.com. You see this top border on my website here? That's on the actual web page. It's not a pop-up. It can't be blocked with a pop-up blocker. The moment I came to Best Buy, the toolbar reminded me, hey, you're a Doobly member. Get up to 7% cash back as a registered Doobly member. Okay, and all I got to do is hit this blue button that says Activate Cash Back. Okay, and I'm not logged in there, so let me log. All right, and once I log in, the cashback is activated, the little toolbar turns green, and now whatever I buy from this store right now, I'm going to automatically get 7% cash back. I don't even have to think about it. Same thing if we go to, let's say, Foot Locker. Say I forget all about Doobly. I forget all about Google, and I go directly over to footlocker.com. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Look at the top of the screen. Get up to 9.2% cash back. All I've got to do is hit that blue button. Now, guys, I'm not talking to you as customers. I'm talking to you as entrepreneurs. Can you imagine what your income can look like when you've got an army of customers out there? Free, premium, VIP, whatever, doesn't matter. When you've got an army of customers out there and Doobly is helping them remember their cashback program without them having to actually do anything, guys, that's the difference. That's what we call the Doobly difference right there, because nobody else has ever done this. There's been all kinds of cashback programs through the years, but Doobly is succeeding where others have failed, because you don't have to remember that you're in the program. The toolbar does it for you, and you don't have to change stores. So really, really big deal. So all that's happening over here on what we call the customer side. All of that is Doobly.com. Let's talk about Doobly Network. Now, Doobly Network is our network marketing opportunity. This is the opportunity for you to go into business as a partner of Doobly and actually not just make money by selling memberships or getting a percentage of the cash back, but actually start building a team of other people who are out there building a business, and you can create a huge, huge income by building a team in Doobly Network. There's a lot that we could throw at you tonight. I'm not going to show you guys a pay plan chart. I'm not going to walk you through a bunch of jargon. Again, this is going to be a very transparent type conversation tonight. I told you at the beginning it was going to be very much like if you were sitting on my back porch or John's back porch. Let me just be straight with you. one of the most frustrating things about looking at network marketing opportunities is that they throw a bunch of jargon at you. And they say, well, yeah, but if you've got this many points and you're a team coordinator, and then if you get this many points, you become a galactic star commander, and now you're earning this many BV on the PV and the GV. We're not going to get into that stuff tonight, okay? Here's what you can know, okay? This is the simplest way, because if you're like me, what you want to know is, how much money can I actually make? What's actually involved in me earning this money? And those are the great questions. The other questions you probably got is, what's it going to cost me to get started? How quickly can I be into positive cash flow? What kind of training and support am I going to get? And will you help me? Okay, so let's spend the balance of our conversation. We've been here for 30 minutes. Probably take us about 10 or 12 minutes to cover the rest of it. So here's the first thing you need to know. Let's start with the last. A, we're here to support you. I know how to make money. I've made a couple $1 million in the last 2 years, and I'm working with people like John Lavinia and whoever invited you to this webinar. We're all in the same team, which we have affectionately called Team WUKAR, and we'll tell you what that means in just a moment. But the support and the training is here. We're going to show you how to start from the first level, right? As soon as you come in the door, you're provided with fast start instructions and a welcome letter. We've got all kinds of resources. This webinar, for example, you don't have to do this. You can literally just invite guests of your own to this webinar. We do all the explaining for you. They get started and buy the product. You get paid. It really is that simple. So training and support is something that we will talk about, especially when we get to, in just a moment, we're going to tell you about something called traffic rotators. I did allude to this about 20 minutes ago. It's something that's never been done. We will talk about that. But in terms of the actual opportunity, here's what you need to know. You can earn anywhere from 5, 10, 20, 25, 27% of whatever's going on in your team. And I'll just give you an example. We have a package called the Team Leader Accelerator. It's the most popular package that we have for people who are starting the business. And John's going to show you some of this in some detail. But it allows you to get started with several of our 1-month trial memberships that you can use to promote the customers, the customer memberships. You also get a bundle of 1-year memberships that you can either sell or give away to promote. And you also have a huge array of marketing materials that allow you to market the Doobly shopping mall to businesses and to nonprofit organizations. We'll talk about that in just a moment. I don't want to get sidetracked. But when someone buys a TLA package in your group, your commission on that may be anywhere from $100 to $600 or $700, depending on where you are in the pay plan. Moving up through the pay plan is just based on simple productivity. For instance, when I got started, I came in at what we call the TLA level, and what that meant was, after I had sold, I had 3 people that got started with me at the TLA level, I'd earned about $2,300 in commissions. So just having 3 people get started, I was pretty much in a profit zone on my own, on getting started. I was in positive cash flow. And at that point, I got a raise. Now I'm making, I was making like $300 and something every time somebody got started with a TLA package. Today I'm making over $500 every time someone gets started. So your rank in the company determines how much money you make when someone gets started at the TLA level. But here's the cool part. The leverage that Doobly has put into this pay plan, I've never seen anywhere else before. Because once you start seeing duplication with these webinars, the sales resources that we provide you with, we make it very, very easy for you to build a business. So imagine that if you invite 3 people to get started and they get started, they can turn around and start working their business the exact same way. If those 3 people did the exact same thing that you did, well, they're going to earn a great commission on their TLA sales, but it also means that you're going to get a commission on them too. So you're not only just making money when you go out and produce, you're making money when your team goes out and produces. And by helping other people achieve their success, by helping them reach their goals, you reach your goals. One of the things that I really like about this pay plan, and again, I told you I'd be very candid with you, there are some pay plans out there where you can get to the top through brute force. You can, I mean, if you're a master salesperson, you can just flail away at the business and you can get to the top all on your own. And what I love about the Doobly pay plan is you can get a certain distance in the pay plan just through personal productivity, but it also very quickly becomes about helping the people underneath you achieve the same thing that you just achieved. Now, this is where we start bringing in a cohesiveness that I've never seen anywhere else, where you've got literally people who are 6 and 7 and 8 figure earners who are bending over backwards to say, here, let me help you reach your goals. I'm seeing it in a way that I've never seen it anywhere else before. And it's all because we have a vested financial interest in making sure that you get results. We have I can't get where I want to go without helping my people get where they want to go. And it's built right into the pay plan so that there's never a time in your business where you feel like you're out there by yourself, you don't know what to do, there's no one to help you. Here it is truly, there's a family element here, there's a team element here that fosters this amazing community that we've got that we're calling Team WUKAR. I'm going to flip it back over to John here real quick. I see John's pulling up some basic statistics. I will give you a short disclaimer. Again, this is after only about 6 weeks. What you're about to see is after about 6 weeks worth of results, and it also represents zero money spent on marketing. Every bit of what you're about to see has basically been done using the very same tools and resources that you're going to have access when you get started with us tonight at the TLA level. So, John, let me turn this back over to you to talk a little bit about what we've managed to do so far in just 6 weeks. And then while you've got the mic, let's go ahead and talk about what is Team WUKAR, what is it that we're bringing to the table alongside Doobly in terms of training support and these traffic rotators.
Yeah, absolutely. And great stuff, Tony. You mentioned the team, and you mentioned the people, and you mentioned the support. You've mentioned this stuff extensively, and that's because you've got a lot of experience with this sort of a business model. And I have found personally, as you have, the hard way sometimes, that as much as it's important, like the business model and everything that we're doing and the comp plan, that's all great. But probably more important is who are you doing it with? Right? Has anybody here ever been in programs, companies, organizations that were mismanaged or underfunded or just reckless? I know I've certainly seen plenty of that kind of stuff. Well, here with Doobly, this is literally backed by billionaires. Here's Blas. He's the guy from Microsoft. He brought Microsoft to Latin America. Okay, so we're talking a real heavyweight in business. Here's Michael Hansen, the guy who started all this out in Denmark. He actually owns the largest home in his country of Denmark, and we were just, Tony and I and a bunch of us went over to Dubai, where we just had our big summit. We were having hors d'oeuvres with him at his house and everything. So he's also the guy who created the Star Wars line of Lego toys, right, for kids' toys. So again, a big, heavyweight in business. Lester Rosenkrantz, a Wall Street guy. Why is that important? Well, this is a publicly traded company on the OTC market. So these guys have to dot their I's and cross their T's, heavily regulated. Okay, these are the sort of people that are behind this. I also got word that the VP of Groupon just came over to Doobly. Okay, so there's a lot of, and I don't know if that is exact title VP of what, but we got Groupon people here now too. This is going to be enormous. Now we look at the business, on the business side. I just want to show you what's happened so far based on what Tony just said. I've been here, I started marketing, it's been 7 weeks. This is my 7-week anniversary as of today. We didn't open our mouths about this until August 14th, and as Tony mentioned, we haven't even started doing the marketing. I'm going to show you what the marketing machine is going to look like. It hasn't even gone to the public yet. So everybody on this webinar, you're seeing this very early. I'm just going to show you, this is private information. Okay, this is in my back office. This is my account. Okay, and you can see here, there's me, John Lavenia, Heber City, Utah, and organization overview. Okay, so if you've ever been around direct selling, network marketing, which I'm not even a big fan of, like network marketing and MLM, okay, neither is Matt, and I know a lot of people here who have never done anything in the network marketing field before. But I want you to look at this number right here. And in fact, let me grab my little pen thing so I can actually draw for you. I want you to look at 2 numbers. Let me read. Here we go. This number right here, 66. That's how many people I've had personally get started with me in the last 7 weeks. I now look at this number right here. Am I making a point? This is called duplication. More than 10 times duplication. We haven't even put our systems together yet. We don't have a proper sales video. My friends, this is going to explode, and people with an entrepreneurial brain who are seeing this are just like, oh my goodness, I'm in. Yes, Tony and I are skeptical guys. We're really analytical. But you know what? It is just, who could say no to this? I mean, anybody with the brain is in this deal. So let me just show you what we've got on the team side, because that's the real main feature. Now you know what Doobly is about. Yes, there's lots of money to be made. That's all wonderful. That's all awesome. But now let's look on the business side, on the marketing side of what we're doing. We've got this team called Team WUKAR, which is an acronym. Stands for Wake Up, Kick Ass, Repeat. When this idea came together, people stopped sleeping. They were like, oh my goodness, this is what we've got to do. We're literally running on 4 hours of sleep a day for the last couple of months. This team, which started a couple weeks before I showed up here, so it's just 2 months old now, has brought in over $3.5 million on an idea. And here's the idea. It's Team WUKAR. Now, Matt Trainer, if you're familiar with internet marketing, Matt Trainer, he's not a big public celebrity. He's more behind the scenes. He's been called the secret weapon by guys like Frank Kern and John Asseroff, the best-selling author, and other people who are out there very visible in the marketplace, if you've heard those names before. But Matt's an SEO guy. Okay, he doesn't talk to customers and all that. He does private coaching, $15,000 per person to learn his SEO strategies, which are like nothing I've ever seen before. Well, we were all together at the international summit that was happening in Dubai. He got up on stage and said, look, for everyone in his team, in Team WUKAR, who reaches the rank of sales director, as I showed you here in my genealogy, I already have 9 of them total in my group so far already in just a few weeks. But for anyone who reaches the rank of sales director or above, I'm already a vice president, right, by November 1st. Okay, so we've got 4 weeks to put this together. And we want to help you do this. But you do that before November 1st, he's not taking any money out of this because, frankly, he doesn't need the money. I mean, he likes money. He wants to make money. That's fine. But he's going to put all the money he makes back into our systems, our traffic, training, anything that's needed to make sure that you make at least $1 million before he makes money. Now, that is unprecedented. I've never heard a leader in any network marketing team or anywhere make a statement like that before. And, of course, terms and conditions apply, and there's going to be details. But bottom line, that's a never happened before, and probably never happen again sort of offer. So that's what's on the table for everybody here, and you're very early. I hit sales director in 2 weeks. Is that a guarantee that you will? No. You could do it faster. I got a guy in South Africa who did it in 11 days. There's another guy, and I think he's in Australia, that did it in 4 days, right? These people have experience, and that's wonderful, but we want to help you leverage off of our experience. Tony, did you have a comment, something to say before I get into what the
Let's clarify just to avoid the jargon. Guys, here's what a sales director is. Are you ready for how ridiculously simple this is? A sales director means that you've brought in 3 people at the TLA level who have brought in 3 people at the TLA level. We're not splitting the atom here. I mean, this is not rocket science. It's basically you have at least 3 people that you personally enrolled who have enrolled 3 people. That's it. So it's not like going direct in Amway or getting a pink Cadillac in Mary Kay. I mean, all fine companies. But we're talking about the bar is set extremely low here. And at the time of this event, you've got, what, 30 days? You've got a month, basically. If you can get started here at the TLA level, bring in 3 TLAs and help them do the same, then you get to be part of this Millionaires Club that John just described. John, I'm blown away by that. I've been in this industry over 20 years. I've never seen anybody say, hey, look, I'm not going to take a dime of personal income. I'm going to reinvest every bit of it into traffic and pour traffic on your business until you make $1 million. That's unprecedented. It's never been done. It blows my mind. Every time I hear you explain this, I wind up shaking my head again thinking, Doobly by itself is already the best deal going, but when you add to that this opportunity to actually have this kind of traffic being poured on your business, for such a low level of activity. It's literally mind-boggling.
It truly is. You know, it's mind-boggling. Here I am, not even a big fan of like MLM or whatever, and yet I'm already a vice president. And here's the thing. Tony mentioned pink Cadillacs. Well, in this company, once you hit vice president, they give you property in Grand Cayman. Hooray, right? So that's maybe a little bit nicer than having a BMW lease that you got to pay for. So that's cool. And when you hit senior vice president, which is the top of the comp plan, you can't get any higher, right? So I'm planning on hitting that before Christmas, right? Then they build you the house on the property. Thanks for helping out, right? Thanks for helping us capture this largest consumer market in the world. You guys see how huge this is? Do you see why you want to be working with people of financial means, right? That can put a company together and that have a vision beyond just like your network marketing deal of the week. The network marketing deal is like the smallest part of this operation. Now let me show you what's going to happen once WUKAR goes live. Our launch date, our official launch date is in November. We're getting together in San Diego. Everybody listening to my voice right now is welcome to come out. We're going to have a ball. We tend to have fun. Here's what I'm looking for right here. So, so Tony mentioned these rotators, this marketing plan, this guy, Matt Trainer, search engine optimization. What does all this mean? What does it all mean, Tony? Well, here's what it all means. So we got customers. And forgive my penmanship. So customers. We have business builders. I should say business. And we've got partners. Okay, now, around each of these efforts is what's called a rotator. Here's what WUKAR is going to do. Okay, and WUKAR is you. You're a part of this. You're waking up, kicking ass, and repeating. So up here we have a thing called traffic. Okay, anybody who knows anything about online business knows you got to have visitors to your website, prospective customers, clients, etc. These are people who are interested in what you got. Okay, now this is the work. Getting the traffic. Okay, now what Matt has said, and again, he has his coaching, his SEO training, $15,000 per person. Okay, when people get started as a team leader here with WUKAR and Doobly, he's throwing that in for free. He's going to teach you his strategies, what has caused him to be called the secret weapon of these celebrities, right, on how to get traffic. He's talking 1 cent per lead. Stuff like that. I mean, amazing, like stuff I've never heard of. And I've made a lot of money online, but nothing compared to this guy. Okay, now we take this traffic and let's start with customers. We say, all right, Sally is looking to get the best deal on booking the Sheraton Hotel in Phoenix, Arizona. Right? Well, let's go ahead and let's get in front of Sally before she hits Priceline. Let's get her while she's on Google. And let's say, all right, Sally, how'd you like to get cash back when you book your Sheraton Hotel resort experience or whatever, right? Put her in as a free customer with Doobly, takes 10 seconds, and put that customer into a rotator. And that rotator goes out. These customers get fed to everyone in WUKAR who is participating in this training that he's freely giving to acquire customers and who takes this training and uses it to create something of benefit. Like here we got videos, we got quality control, we got articles that need to be written, we got all the raw materials that go into creating this traffic so that when Sally shows up on Google, she's seeing what we want Sally to see, which is the opportunity to get cash back. We need lots of talent, lots of work to be done. Maybe you're into technology. Maybe you're into videos. Maybe you're like me and Tony and you like to run your mouth on a webinar. Lots of different kind of work that needs to be done. You take this training, you put it to use, and you now have credit in the rotator. Here's you. Here's your customer, right? And here's all these thousands of other people in WUKAR. We're already over 2,000 strong, creating these assets that are going to be feeding this rotator. Okay, and Matt's talking about, he's projecting, and he's more of a math guy than me, but he's projecting 10,000 per day. Not clicks, not leads, customers. 10,000 customers per day. So think about that. And that's not a guarantee, right? We got systems, we got technology, there's lots of stuff, lots of work to be done. We got 100 programmers working behind the scenes, but this is his math. Okay, if he's half right, come on, 10,000 a day. Now, we do that again with the business. Okay, you're looking to make money online. You're looking for extra income, home-based business, MLM, blah blah blah. Right? Just go Google the term home-based business and watch millions of search results. Right? We go ahead and we show people perhaps a webinar like this. We show them a variety of videos. Tony's putting together one this week. Right? So we've got lots of stuff here. Now we're enrolling people in the business again. Here's you in the rotator. We do it again with the partners. Tony talked about the partner program. So somebody owns an auto repair store, and they're making money when people come in with their broken cars. Okay, and that happens every couple of months. They come in for their oil change. But are they making money on their customer base, which they paid money to market to and acquire those customers? Are they making money when they're not getting their oil changed or getting their air cleaners and engine fixed and whatever? No, they're not. They're not. Well, let's go ahead and give them a partner program where they can take Doobly off of the website. They can put their name, their business name on the website. Tony's already done this with his nonprofit organization, his community theater company. And now Bob's Garage can offer the Bob's Garage cashback program when his customers are not in his auto shop, but they are in Best Buy buying TVs, and Sephora buying makeup, and Walmart buying whatever they buy there, right? Again, we go to the rotator. Now, you can only participate in the partner program if you've been through the mandatory training that the company provides. And that is, if we take a look right here, let's go to the join page. So we say, all right, we're going to get started in this deal. Let's see here. Welcome to Doobly Network. What do we got here? We put our name, right? We select our country. In my case, and again, we're in every country on planet Earth, okay, because this is a multinational corporation. They're based out of currently Cyprus, Berlin, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and Dubai, UAE. Okay, so those are the main locations here. Here we are, United States, close to the bottom. Page refreshes. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to go ahead and grab my pen again. And let's see, erase this. Let's go red. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to, right here, we're going to get started. So we've got a license fee, $99 one-time fee. You're in the business. Hooray. We also have, Tony mentioned the VIP, and I showed you the VIP customer benefits. We get a 5-pack of those, or you can get a 50-pack of the trial memberships. Okay, but what most of us have done, so right here, this would be $495, either one or the other, $495 plus 99. And by the way, this is in USD because I'm in America. In Europe, including the UK, we have euros. Okay, so there's no pounds. It's US dollars or euros. And in the Australia, New Zealand, it's Australian dollars. So there's 3 currencies. Again, it's based on your location. We're either dealing in USD or euro or Australian dollar. Okay, so that's just know that if you're watching this and you're not in the United States, which we have many people. I'm on every continent already, Tony, except Antarctica. I haven't figured out how to sell the penguins yet, but we're on every continent in less than 2 months. Okay, so anyway, that's a small package. You're looking at $594. But what over 80% of us have done is this Team Leader Accelerator. $24.75 gets you all the benefits of this, more quantity of this product and this product, both, not just one, either or. Okay, so you get both, and a larger quantity of them, and you also get the partner certification. And that should be a P, not an R. Again, forgive my penmanship. So you get the partner certification included, all that in the Team Leader Accelerator, and you start in the comp plan at double the commission rate as if you had started just here. And you get match training on the house, all of it. Now, I looked at this and I was thinking, well, here's my perspective. I'm accustomed to high-ticket direct sales. And Tony, you know this. We've been around selling, here's seminars, information products, $20,000, $25,000. I mean, this is a joke, right? $24.75. Here it is, accessible for anybody who really wants it, right? That's the way I look at it. And with what Matt is offering, I see it as an irresistible offer, $15,000 worth of his personal coaching on the house when people do this. Now, I could just tell you that you could do whatever you want. Okay, we're not here I mean, we don't need to convince you or sell you this is what you must do. But when I saw this, they flew me out to San Diego. I got a phone call, and I'll end with this. In fact, let me come back on screen, just so we can all see each other here. Okay, I'm back. So here's how this whole thing started. I got a phone call. It was a Friday night. The caller said, John, you need to meet us in San Diego tomorrow morning. We got a plane ticket for you. It leaves at 8 o'clock. Hotel room is here for you. I'm like, all right, well, what's this about? I got 4 businesses running. I am super busy. Like, I don't just talk about being busy. I really am busy. I get more done in a week than some people get done in a year. I'm a busy guy. What's this all about? Well, you're going to have to sign 2 non-disclosures. There's going to be a video non-disclosure. You're being brought out here by several multi-millionaires and a billionaire who's flying in from Denmark. And I was like, you know what? I'll see you there. And thank goodness I did, right? Thank goodness I wasn't too busy or, fill in the blank with whatever excuse. When I saw this, my whole life changed. And the way they presented it to me and about 100 other people that were selected from around the world to come in and launch this thing, this Team WUKAR thing. Today's the last day you ever worry about money. I heard that and I was like, you know what? I don't need the hype. I've heard the hype before. I've been around a long time. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. Okay? By the end of 2 days, seeing what this guy Matt can do with him and his team, the technicians, the SEO, search engine guys, right? The funnel creators, the video production guys, and then over here in my corner of the room, the team builders, the salespeople, the marketers, right? We put all this talent together. My friends, we're here to take the largest consumer market in the world. We play our cards right for the next 18 to 24 months. Okay, we've all earned 8 figures. The company's on NASDAQ. Okay, we're going huge. Okay, and now what? Here's a house in the Cayman Islands, right? What's our next project? I mean, think about it like this. What's our exit strategy? Let's max this out. Let's just blow this up for the next 2 years, right? Drink the coconut drinks in the Cayman Islands, and now what do we want to point our attention to? Us as WUKAR, okay? Us as this family, this group of unbelievable marketing might, right? What will you learn in the process, right? What stops most people from succeeding in home business? They don't know anything about marketing. Won't be an issue anymore. Spend a couple years with this group, watch what happens. Like I said before, at least as important as what business you do is who you do it with. We're fortunate to have Doobly. Doobly's fortunate to have us. This is the beginning. It's October 7th at the time of me running my mouth into this camera right now. Okay? By October 2nd, 2016, where are we going to be? I have an idea where I'm going to be. Okay? So, Tony, I'm going to pass it back to you for any closing comments. And even though we thought we were going to do a half hour, we did an hour again.
You know what? It is so hard to talk about. I get excited. It's hard.
Well, it's the product. We spent a half hour on the product. Yeah, I'm accustomed to you get on, you talk about comp plan, money, money, money. Here we are so excited about the product. Authentically, we can't stop talking about the product for a half hour.
It's amazing. And let's, guys, again, in the spirit of authenticity, most of the time you come to a business presentation about network marketing, and it's like a lot of network marketers talk about the product like it's a necessary evil. It's like, oh, yeah, let's talk about the product, but what we really want to talk about is making money by enrolling people. But I tell you what, this concept of find out where the money's going and get in front of it is so powerful that if the customer side was all we had, this is still the best opportunity for you to invest your time in. I'll share this with you. And it's a personal story. It's a personal perspective, and this will be my closing comments. By the way, if you already know what you want to do, you can choose the TLA, the Team Leader Accelerator package for $24.75, or you can choose the one of the VIP packages for $5.95. That includes your business license. If there's a button on this screen, you can feel free to click that. Go ahead and get started. It will launch in a new window. If there's not a button on the page that you're on, just get back in touch with the person that invited you. I'll close with this. When John showed me the pay plan, and I realized what he said about the senior vice president level gets the title, not a lease, not a timeshare, but the title to a 4,500 square foot home on the north side of Grand Cayman. I looked at it because I've looked at pay plans for 20-something years now, and I looked at it and I said, it's not going to take 30 months to do this. That's the allotment. They give you 30 months. If you hit the senior vice president level in 2.5 years, you get the house. And I looked at it and I said, it's a year. It's a year at best. And that's when I got started. 2 weeks after that, I realized, my God, I'm halfway up the pay plan, and I've only been here for 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. This is a house in Grand Cayman is a great 6 to 8 month goal here. But let's say that my friend John's right. Let's say it took 2 years. Here's my perspective on this. And again, I'm being totally candid with you, just like if it was just me and you here. Nobody here, I'm just talking to you, nobody else. Are you finally ready to start making the kind of money that you really deserve? Are you tired of Mickey Mousing around and all these other deals and hopping from company to company? And I mean, there's a lot of great companies out there. Let's be honest. There's people making money in all kinds of companies. I've put aside a business where I've made $2.5 million in 2 years to come here. I don't have to be here. I'm not looking for I make a great income, right? Why am I here? Why is it that if I won the lottery tomorrow, I would still be doing these webinars next week? And here's the reason why. There's something happening here that is affecting families. We're giving moms and dads we're giving kids their moms and dads back. We've got people who've never made any money doing anything, who see the opportunity here, and here's what they see. They see what I saw. They see the opportunity of, what if, instead of Mickey Mousing around and just half-assing through all these other little opportunities that I've been dabbling with, what if I were to lock arms with 7- and 8-figure earners, people like John Lavinia or Matt or Tarlise or Christian or myself or the person who invited you to this webinar? We're all on one team. Most of the people who get started as a result of this webinar tonight, I don't make a dime on. That's not why I'm here tonight. It's not why John's here tonight. We will help you build your business. But what if you said, you know what, rather than continuing to do what I've always done in the home business industry, what if I were to commit to running with these guys and these ladies and lock arms and put my head down and put the blinders on, and here's what we'll promise you. Work hard, right? An opportunity to just do some of the most amazing work you've ever done, to look over our shoulders and see exactly what we do to create these multiple $1,000 days. Miss some sleep. You're going to lose some sleep. The first 2 weeks I was here, I swear I was going to bed. I was talking to John at 2 a.m. Neither one of us could go to sleep. You're going to miss some meals. You may have to have a conversation with your spouse and say, hey, honey, I need you to slide me a sandwich under the door because I am so jazzed about the business that we're starting and what it's going to do for our family, because I see the neighborhood in Grand Cayman. I see the fact that I'm going to actually get what I've always hoped was true in the home business industry, and that is massive, massive results by being in the right place at the right time. When I looked at this, I thought, you know what? What a fun game to play. Head down, blinders on, and run as hard as I possibly can, lose some sleep, miss some meals, play full out, and let the company buy me a 4,500 square foot house in Grand Cayman that I can live in a few months of the year, or live there full time, or invite my family to come down to, whatever, and earn a 7-figure income in the process. That's what I saw. That's what this is. Now, are we guaranteeing that? No, of course not. Let's all be grown-ups here, okay? Your results in this business are going to be determined entirely by how coachable you are, how open to training you are, your commitment, the amount of work that you're willing to do. But what else are you going to do? Are you going to dabble around in another business that pays pennies on the dollar? Are you gonna try for the brass ring at work and hope that 40-year plan works out for you? What else are you going to do for the next 12 months? Why not run with us? Why not lock arms with us? Why not be part of something that's truly unique and where you've got people who have got your back and who are actually saying, hey, look, if you'll put forth just a little bit of activity before November the 1st, I won't take a dime of personal income until you've made $1 million in this business. You've never had that opportunity. You've never been in the right place at the right time. You've never had a product that was part of a global trend. You've never been in a business where you weren't asking people to change their buying habits. You've never been in a business where you've had this kind of training and support, and you've never been in a business where you've had somebody saying, hey, look, we'll actually market on your behalf. If I didn't believe this was at least an 8-figure income, I wouldn't be here. I would have just stayed doing what I was doing and continuing to make a 7-figure income over there. Guys, this is the right place at the right time. There's a button on this page you can click to get started right now. You'll get some fast start instructions from your sponsor. You can literally be up and running in less than 30 minutes. And the best part is that we've got another one of these webinars coming up in just a few days. We are live right now on October the 2nd. The replay will be available for several days, and then we're going to do another live one. But you can literally invite your own guests to this same presentation in the next 24 hours and make your first sales. So I look forward to working with you. I look forward to seeing you inviting your own guests to these webinars. Get back in touch with the person that invited you here if you have questions. Click the button or click the link or whatever you need to do to get started. Come in at the Team Leader Accelerator level so you get full access to all the bonuses that John talked about tonight, and we will look forward to working with you. Guys, have a fantastic evening. You absolutely deserve it. This webinar's a wrap.